The Moon Priestess returns. Scheherazade's story. Second night. The Millennium Age had returned the past glory to the surviving people. Time elapsed, and was enough in order that hope had replaced despair, and the War of the Magic Stones became only a bad remembrance. Humanity was returning to its former glory, and the reason was one thing. The magic stones that held the power of the old world had been found in the depths of the earth. Among them, there were some that held a particular power and were called true magic stones. One of them was possessed by a young king that lived in the Light Palace, and thanks to it the kingdom flourished. But from the sky, someone was looking down, worried for the situation. The continuous use of the magic stones was carrying the world to disaster. Over the years, the power of the seal that locked up the ancient enemies would weaken, and someone already had perceived that the inauspicious omen was coming true. One of them was Kaguya, the shining priestess of the moon. She sensed that the seal that she had created was weakened, and went to the Light Palace, warning the king and his people about the danger. To increase the strength of her words, she colored the moon red, so that the crimson light became a warning light for all the people of Earth. The other one that understood the meaning of what was happening was a girl wearing a little red hood, like the main character of the fairy tale. But this girl was surrounded by a strange aura, like if her existence itself wasn't real. Well, I have to save this world. It is not a lie. Then she went to the Light Palace in response to her purpose, to save the world. You know well this part of the story. Prince Grimm left the palace to go defeat Dracula the vampire. He did it, but he paid a high price and was sealed into the damned book. Then the lie of Little Red was revealed, and the real one awakened. Meanwhile, the Grimm's sister, Lumia, was warned by Alice, the girl coming from Wonderland, about what happened to her brother, and she decided to go to the castle in the sky. During her trip, she faced Abdul, and the one who wanted to wake Cthulhu, and lost all her powers. In the same moment at the Flying Castle, the two Little Reds were facing off in a fierce battle that was consuming the power that had kept the huge building suspended till then. So the castle started to fall down to earth. The real Little Red absorbed all the power of the castle and feasting, while Little Dread launched her final attack. Because of that, the last lie was released, and she revealed her true form. On the earth, a black moon appeared, and in that moment the resurrection of the invaders from the other world and their servant began. That dimension, enveloped by chaos, drew its power from the energy stolen from this world, weakening it more and more. While Pandora was protecting inside her the hope of Lumia and Grimm. On the moon, the preparations for the return of Kaguya were completed. The Shining Princess was ready to move towards the final battle. But somewhere else, a new change was happening. The real Little Red had transferred all her power into Feasting, one of the true magic stones that contained the essence of the Six Sages. These stones had immense power, and when the Flying Castle that had collected this magic power for a millennia was destroyed, a great wave of energy devastated everything around it and swept it all away. When the wind stopped, a girl appeared in the middle. Where the hell? Her name was Feasting, the Magus of Holy Wind, and she was one of the sages that had fought for the salvation of the world. Listening to the wind, she immediately understood what was happening. So it's what happened. Familiar of wind, call Kaguya. And then could you carry me some clothes and a hat? To be continued in Scheherazade's story last night. An Outer Worlds magician, Scheherazade, had thought to confront the Great Old Ones by calling things from another world